guys, I'm in the basement now and I'm going to show you how to make the Splitply as I promised. There's not a lot to it, but let me just get over the few things that you will need and I'll make sure that you all know what to do. So it shouldn't be too hard. I think you guys can do it. Just take your time, make sure you got all the stuff you need. Let me get started and show you guys what you need to make a Splitply, similar to like something like this. This is a Splitply homemade. I'm just going to put some light on so you guys can see it. There we go. It looks a bit dirty right now, but don't mind that. That's because it hasn't been sanded or anything like that and put in the mold. All that there is paper stuff, but I'm going to show you. To make a Splitply, you will need, obviously, 2 pieces of wood, veneer, different colors, wood glue. I use this brand here. You can use whatever you want, but if you have an option for it, choose an outdoor one because that would be more moist resistant. A piece of paper, just normal plain paper. A ruler. If you got an aluminium one, it would be the best. Else find something which is completely straight lined and use that instead. A knife, standing knife, or a scalpel if you want to. This one here is a bit dirty blade because I use it to cut foam with, but I got some clean blade somewhere, so I'll put a new blade in. Make sure it's really sharp so you can just break off the tip if you don't know if it's completely sharp. I also forgot to mention that you're going to need a cutting board if you haven't got like a worktop table as I do here. I'll take my ruler or another metal thing. You can use a glass plate or anything. Just make sure it's completely straight. Put it down along the wood like this here. You take your knife and go slowly a few times. Make sure it's sharp. The reason why you don't press too hard is that you want a straight cut. You don't want it just to rip because it could follow the grains and you won't have a complete straight line. So do this a couple of times until you can feel you through like that. Now I've got a straight line there. Got 2 halves. Doesn't matter if they're not exactly the same size. It'll be fine anyway. Do the same with the other piece of wood. Just make sure that you got approximately the middle like that. And just hold on to the ruler or whatever you use. This one is a bit more tough, so I'm going to have to go more times than that. There we are. Oops, making a noise. Make sure that you find the one where you can see the whole thing is joined the most perfect together. Put the other 2 on. Don't forget the other 2 pieces. Don't throw them away because you could do another one with that one. And you can see there's hardly any, there's no gap, and that's what you aim for. You want to make a cut which is so straight that you won't get any gaps. Take your piece of paper, and what you do is just cut a strip about the same length as the actual wood. So I'll just take up here and cut a small little slice in here. Whoops, better the other way, like that. And then I need to cut it the same length of the paper. Just cut a thin strip. You don't need too much paper. So if you've got a scrap of paper, use that instead. There's no need to take a complete paper as I did, but I couldn't find anything else. So now what you do is you take this piece of paper here and you take your wood glue and you just take a little thin strip of the glue like this, whatever comes out. There we go. And you don't need very much. You spread the glue a little bit out. You don't want too much, so a little bit can come off. You spread the glue a little bit out. You don't want too much, so a little bit can come off. Just throw it in the bin. And what you will do, you'll take your paper, your wood, and make sure it's the right 2 sides will fit perfectly together. So you take one piece and just dip it into the wood like this, or the glue. Just roll a bit back and forth. Oops, and make sure the paper don't turn over when you pull it apart. And you do the same with the other piece. And don't worry, it's wood glue. It's easy to get off your hands if you get it on you. Alright, now you get glue on each side. So now we want to put it together. What I use this piece of paper for here is to put it on so I know they'll stay together. So put them down, let them touch each other like that, and squeeze them into each other. And make sure that whatever left glue is, you can just pull that over and spread it evenly. That's why I'm keeping this. I've got here a little bit of glue. I'm going to just spread this over here. And just with my finger, just pull it over. Make sure you get down to the between the two layers of wood. You want to fill out that crack with glue. You don't want any holes in between. Oops, got it on the table. That's fine. And just spread it evenly like this. You want to spread it so you can't see the glue. This is going to be your bottom side. And the more you can spread the glue, the better. So I got this piece of wood here, which is fine for me to use. And I'll take this wood here, where we've got paper on the other side. That paper you can just peel off when you're done and sand it so you won't see it. That's going to be inside the board anyway, so it's not a problem. But put this down here with this facing down. Doesn't matter, it's a sticky side. You can also put the sticky side up. And then take a piece of paper like this, put that on top, so you got that underneath. And take your bit of weight here and just slam that on top. You can put some extra weight on if you want to, but it's not needed really. It's just to make sure it doesn't warp. And then you just add it into your mold like you would normally do when you do a board. But make sure you put it in the bottom. If you want to see how you could do the split ply, I can actually show you because I got a split ply ready to be molded. So let me just go ahead and do that. There we are. The whole deck is all ready now, just to dry. I'll leave it for at least 12 hours, preferably 24. And that's it. Let's have a look at the split ply I made. It should be dry enough for me to touch it now. It hasn't been 4 hours, as I said, but see, it's not warping. And I got a nice surface. It looks quite good. Then you can take now, if you are gently, just see the paper here we used? You just grab that carefully and peel it off. Make sure you don't peel in the actual wood. Put it down and hold it down like this. If you're lucky, the glue might still have dampened the paper a little bit, so you can just roll it off like I'm doing now. Again, this doesn't have to be completely perfect because it's going to be inside the board, but you want to get rid of every paper bit. You don't want anything to make indentations on the board. And see, now it'll start to warp because we haven't got that. But that's no problem. Just clean this paper off here. Get a clean surface. And take this here again. Make sure there's no paper or anything stuck on it. And you just take your wooden plate and put it over it again and leave it there till it's completely dry. Now you know how to do split plies. I hope this helped, and I hope you don't think it was too hard to do. It didn't need much more stuff than you already use when you make fingerboards. I mean, you already use glue, you already use the veneer, you already use probably a knife or scissor to cut out, you already use, not paper, but everyone has paper, and something to put it down underneath. Yay! Can you guess where I am? Every time I turn on my bloody camera, my cousin is there. That's like when he turns on his email. I went out skating today and it was nice and fun. I didn't record anything out there. It was just like a really chill day. We didn't do much trick or anything, just rolling around. And Matthias just got some gas for his soldering iron, so I said, I'll buy an ice cream and come around. Thinking about.
I shall give you thinking about.
Are you thinking about something?
I shall give you thinking about something. Why is it going all bad English today?
Bad English today. We haven't like. I come from Delhi. I love when you watch movies and you got this Indian accent on English. That is such a lovely accent. It's so funny. It's really nice. I had a friend at work who can speak like he had an Indian accent. That was so much fun. Matthias done something very good for me. He ordered me one of those. Yay. One of those wireless soldering irons. So I'm going to get it for a very good price. Because they're very expensive. But he has his connections. Mwah, connections for the win. Huh. So I'm going to get one of these soon. It might already be at Matthias tomorrow. And it's, so maybe I could get it when I get paid. That would be nice. That would be nice. Sweet, awesome, and epic. So I can go wireless as well. Because sometimes it's annoying having that cable. Alright guys, speak to you a little bit later. I hope you enjoyed the Splitply little video I did. Not video, but Splitply bit. Alright, bye!